What does it mean to have a healthy relationship with food? I think it means to be able to make food choices that are in alignment with our values and that make us feel good without any restrictions, rules, force, guilt, or shame. It is when we are able to eat whatever we want, as much as we want, and whenever we want, by respecting and nurturing ourselves, and by giving our body what it truly needs to thrive, and also by honoring our body's hunger and fullness cues. We all have a relationship with food because we all need to eat, but some of us drift in a wrong direction by creating these beliefs and habits that lead to an unhealthy relationship with food, where eating and thinking about food can cause a lot of pain, struggle, suffering, guilt, and shame, or where we either don't eat enough or we eat too much, disregarding our body's needs. Hi, my name is Lucia Vera Cruz, and in today's training blog, I wanted to talk about how to have a healthy relationship with food. One day, when our clothes don't fit anymore, we make a decision to change. And we start thinking that if we keep eating whatever we want, we are going to end up gaining more weight and lose control. And seeing ourselves in bad shape creates so much pain that we start restricting and denying ourselves in order to get the results fast. And to get rid of the pain, we start looking for the fastest way to get there. We look at the latest diets to help us get in shape instead of just going back to basics, which is eating nourishing food regularly, hydrating ourselves, staying active, and having enough rest to reduce the stress, which is going back to exactly what we did before we developed an unhealthy relationship with food, unless you never had a healthy relationship with food to begin with. So instead of going back to basics, we deny ourselves, willingly giving up our freedom of choice by creating rules and restrictions about our eating. There was an experiment done in Minnesota where they were studying the physical effects of starvation. And they have selected a few people who had absolutely no problem with food or their weight whatsoever, and they put them on a very low-calorie diet for 6 months. It was documented that after the experiment, these people became insanely obsessed with food and developed an insatiable appetite. Not only that, but for 2 years after that, they continued overeating excessively, gaining more weight back than they started with. And similarly, when we start restricting food, we are going to experience similar problems, even though we are far from starving. Interestingly enough, some people say that a little bit of starvation is good for us, like the latest trend with intermittent fasting. But I think the question we have to ask ourselves, do we freely choose to fast, or do we force ourselves with pain and struggle in order to lose weight? Because a mindset of prohibition has a profound effect on our actions regardless of who makes the rules. There is a lot of research confirming that prohibiting food makes it more attractive. And another problem is when we create this belief that the only way to feel free from prohibition is by eating what's prohibited. But there is another way, which is giving ourselves permission to eat whatever we want without having to actually eat it. Instead of following restrictions, we can have freedom from food rules and freely choose to eat better. If we don't have a sense of freedom, then we probably won't care as much about our choices because our focus will be mainly on not having a freedom to choose. And this then creates the need to rebel against it. Only different choices with different outcomes will create a long-lasting freedom and a healthy relationship with food. So probably the most important part of eating normally is having a healthy mindset. It's definitely not following the latest diets, the latest exercise routines that we see all over the media. The change begins with going back to basics and changing our mindset, beliefs, and habits. Our limiting beliefs about food and ourselves can hold us back for the rest of our lives unless we change them. For example, believing that we are addicted to food, that we have no willpower, that we are hopeless and weak, or beliefs about not being able to manage our emotions without food. Only by transforming ourselves, we will be able to develop a healthy relationship with food with ease. And that is exactly what we work on with our clients in our Mindset and Body Coaching program, where we guide them through step-by-step on how to create a new mindset to develop a healthy lifestyle without force, rules, or restrictions. And if this is something that you would really like to achieve, I have also prepared a free training video with the link just below this one, where I talk about more strategies on how to overcome struggles with overeating and develop a healthy, balanced life with freedom from food forever. You will also be able to schedule a free strategy call with me where we can talk about what is holding you back and where I can share with you what has helped me overcome my unhealthy relationship with food. So that's us for today. If you like today's video, click on the like button or share with a friend who you think might benefit. Alternatively, you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel to get free weekly training videos on how to achieve a healthy relationship with food and balance for good. Thanks again for watching. Bye for now. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more training videos on how to overcome emotional eating and achieve balance forever.